victim, it's a female, 30-year-old female. She was shot in the back with a baby. Both parties are locked in a bedroom. Checking additional information that the caller now believes that it wasn't a BB gun, it's a small caliber handgun.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Nicole Long. We begin today in Conklin, where one person is dead and another hospitalized after a shooting late this morning. 12 News' Kyle Spisak remains live on the scene with the latest information. Kyle, what can you tell us?
Yeah, Nicole, and behind me here on Leslie Ave in Conklin, emergency response crews vehicles lined the Leslie Ave road in response to a shots fired called earlier this morning around 10:45. If you take a look behind me here, there are still police here investigating the scene, although much of the response crews have dispersed by now. However, a few are still lingering around looking at the scene. And Broome County Sheriff Fred Akshar told 12 News earlier that one person is dead and one is seriously injured as a result of the shooting.
Shots fired 10:49.
Be advised we have a second patient, also with a gunshot wound.
A shots fired call to 58 Leslie Avenue in Conklin came over the scanners around 10:45 a.m. Friday morning. One person is dead and one person is in serious condition at Wilson Hospital following the shooting, according to Broome County Sheriffs. At the scene, the section of Leslie Ave between Inamore and Suncrest Drive was lined with about a dozen emergency response vehicles shutting down the street. Broome County Sheriff Fred Akshar says this is a homicide case. He said, however, there is no public safety threat.
What I can tell you is that both the Office of the Sheriff and the New York State Police responded to 58 Leslie here in the town of Conklin. We're currently investigating a shooting. I can tell the public that there is no ongoing public threat currently. We have a suspect in custody.
One witness of the scene who wished to remain anonymous told 12 News that when the police entered 58 Leslie, they were instantly met with gunfire.
So the cops go to the front door, two of them, and they open the front door and the guns go off. And so they ran, the two cops ran, and they went to get their vests on, and they pulled their rifles out.
The same witness told 12 News this is alarming to see. They say that the neighbors refer to the area as Mayberry because of the neighborhood's quiet and friendly nature. And further information on the suspect who was taken into custody is still unknown at this time, and the motive is also unknown. This investigation is ongoing, and we will continue to provide updates as we receive more information. Live in Conklin, I'm Kyle Spisak, 12 News, Broome County.